Now, I promised I would share, in my observations of the best business people, I promised I'd share the 11 traits that they show, right? So here they are. Number one, the best business people, if I could have a bit more level, please. The best business people are dreamers. The best business people are dreamers. So you want to spend a lot of time on at least every few days, you want to spend a lot of time dreaming, stretching your thinking, stretching your imagination. How many people keep a journal, by the way? Show of hands. It's very powerful to write in a journal. Every morning, get up while everyone else is asleep and write in a journal. Write about your future. Write about your goals. Write about what you want to do during the coming day. But writing in a journal is a very powerful way to change your thinking and to become a more clear thinker. And clarity precedes mastery. The more clear you can be about what you want your ideal business to look like, the more clear you can be and the more clear on your ideal life, the more successful that you'll become. So you want to be a clear thinker. You want to know exactly where you want to be 4 months from now with ISA, for example. Number two, the best business people take initiative. So they have high levels of what I call execution intelligence. Here's a very important thing to remember. Ideas without action are not really very valuable. Ideation without execution is nothing more than delusion. Ideation, in other words, good ideas, without execution and action are nothing more than a fantasy or a delusion. So if you look at the most successful people in business, they never leave the sight of a good idea without taking some action to make that idea a reality. So take initiative. What is initiative? Initiative simply means when you get a good idea, you start, you take some action. Success is a numbers game. If you look at the best salespeople, if you look at the best business people, they try more than other people. Right? So the more action you take, the luckier you get. You've heard that old idea. The harder I work, the luckier I get. So the second thing I've noticed about the best business people, I'm talking about world-class business people. They take initiative. They say, I'm going to send you something, they do it. They say, I'm going to call you at a certain time, and they do it. They say, here are my 3 top goals for the next 4 months, and every day they take some action to do it. So take initiative. Develop the skill of being a person of action. Get things done. Now this sounds very obvious, but how many people are all talk and they're no action? And so if you want to develop high levels of integrity, how many people want people around you to trust you? Show of hands. Very simple idea. Keep your promises. Keep your promises. Be a person of action. Number 3, the best business people love to learn. They love to learn. So every day you want to be reading. Every day you want to be writing in your journal about what you learned from the day before. Every day you want to be studying the best business thinkers. Every day you want to be listening to audio programs. So I try to learn every day. When I'm on airplanes, I'm learning. When I get up in the morning, I'm learning. So develop a love of ideas. Develop a love of learning. The fourth thing that the best business people do, they understand that it never hurts to ask. That's a very simple idea. It never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask. Does that make sense? It never hurts to ask. Sometimes we say, I'm not going to ask for someone to help me grow my business. I'm not going to ask for someone to be a part of this opportunity. I'm not going to ask for help from my teammates. I'm not going to go to this new person and ask them, would you like to get involved with this opportunity? We are afraid to ask because we assume the answer is no. But it never hurts to ask. Wayne Gretzky is a famous Canadian hockey player. He said, I've missed 100% of the shots I've never taken. You will miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You will miss 100% of the opportunities that you do not seize. It never hurts to ask. So what I'm suggesting to you is every day, take risks. Take intelligent risks. Seize opportunities. When you get to the end of your life and you're laying on your deathbed and you review your life, what will fill you with sadness will not be all the risks that you took. What will fill you with sadness will be all the risks you didn't take, all the opportunities you didn't seize, all the people you didn't talk to, all the fears you didn't face, all the books you didn't read, all the challenges you didn't face. So be someone who takes risks. And related to that, don't worry about failure. How many people don't like to fail? Show of hands. Right? Most people don't like to fail. But it's not possible to build a world-class business. It's not possible to get to your dreams without failing. Failure is how you get to success. Failure is the price of ambition. So, again, be like the Japanese. Get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. Get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. If you talk to any successful business person, they failed more than the people around them because they tried so much. They innovated so much. So when I've looked at the best business people, I work with a lot of salespeople. These are people who were not afraid to fail. And the reason why most people are afraid to fail is a fear of rejection. It's a fear of rejection. But you can't get to world class, you can't be excellent if you have a fear of being rejected. Most people have a fear of not being liked by people. I used to have a fear. I wanted to be liked by everyone. I wanted to please other people. That's not leadership. Because if you're afraid to be rejected, you're never going to take risks. If you have a need to be like everyone else, if you have a need to be liked by everyone else, then you're going to have a fear of rejection. And if you have a fear of rejection, you're not going to take risks. The next thing that the best business people do is they set themselves to a standard of excellence. They set themselves to a standard of excellence. So in everything that they do, they set themselves to a standard of excellence. So be excellent in your thinking. Be excellent in your language. Here's a very important point. The words you use determine your mindset and the way that you feel. A lot of people are not very aware of their words. How many people in this room want to hold themselves to a standard of excellence by show of hands? Excellence. If you want to, so I know you want to hold yourself to a standard of excellence, use excellent words. Because your words broadcast your beliefs. So if you're not using excellent language, the best leaders that I work with, they use excellent language. They don't say, oh, today is going to be a horrible day. Look at the problem we have here. They don't use bad language. They don't say this is impossible. Your words are powerful. So when you are with your team, be very careful about the language that you use. Use the language of excellence. Use the language of possibility. Use language that inspires people. Use language that sees the best in other people. And so I've realized the best leaders hold themselves to a standard of excellence. In the way you dress, are you looking excellent? In the food you eat, are you eating excellent food? In the books that you read, are you reading excellent books? In your tools that you do your business with, are they excellent? Everything that you do should be at a level of excellence so that your level broadcasts your excellence to other people. What else do the best leaders do? They have a prosperity mindset. So please write this down. You will never be more successful than your self-image. You will never be more successful than the way you see yourself. You will never go any higher in your career. You will never go, yes, you can clap for that, sure. So you will never go any higher than you think. So one of the best moves you can make is to develop a prosperity mindset. If you look at the richest people in the world, these people first thought of themselves as rich. They thought of themselves as excellent. I was in Sweden before I came to Moscow. I was talking to someone who was a world-class golf professional. He was he was a European champion. And he said to me, before he became European champion, every morning with his eyes closed, he would actually see himself playing golf, and he would see people clapping and cheering like he was the European champion. And he would actually, in his mind, imagine that all these members of the media were interviewing him, and journalists were asking him questions. And every morning while his competition was asleep in bed, he was working on his self-image. He was working on his vision. He was working on his mindset. And then when he went out to play, he became a champion. So if you have a great opportunity with this organization, you have a great product which you deliver digitally. But what will hold you back from getting to your dreams in your business is not that you don't have opportunity. It's not that there's lots of people who want your product. It's your own thinking. It's your own self-image. So when I look at the most successful leaders, when I look at the most successful business people, they think rich. They think like successful people.